Hey, Jason here. I hope you're doing fantastic. Wanted to just show you some stats real quick and just really to convey how you can use data that's already out there to get more visibility for your content and subsequently it will help you to make your content perform better, whatever that goal is. Maybe it's to generate more leads, maybe it's to generate more awareness, maybe the goal is to generate more sales. So I'm just going to show you a very quick way on how I did that and how you can do the same thing and just really apply that to any type of content that's applicable to your business. So if you look here, this is, you're looking at inside of my ads manager. I'll kind of zoom in so you can see some of these stats better. But this is a blog post, well, really a Facebook post, if you will, that can serve as a blog post that I recently launched just yesterday. As you can see, it only has 576 reach. That's all. Right now I'm paying two cents per click. Pretty good engagement, 71 post engagement. The cost is 4 cents. But I've had 120 clicks, as you can see, which is pretty dang good. And almost 21% click-through rate. Pretty interesting, right? That's high, right? A 3 to 4% is doing pretty good, but it's just 21%. So let me go ahead and show you this post, right? And as you can see, it was created on the 27th, which is yesterday, right? So this thing is like just starting, and I've only spent $2.83. So it has the makings for all of the criteria of something that's going to perform very well. So what I did here is, you pay attention, I'll come back to this because it's very meaningful. 12 habits that will keep you permanently broke, right? And this can serve as a blog post, which this will go on my blog, but I just kind of made this a Facebook blog post, if you will. But as I click here, just to kind of show you, one tip that you can do in creating any type of content is you kind of want to think about what the goal is and what you're trying to achieve. You know, if this is a lead magnet, if this is trying to make a sell, you know, one of the best ways that you can create content is really to write backwards and create your content backwards. So if you're selling a webinar as an example, and you know at the end of a webinar you have a pitch to do, right? So what you want to do is you still want to follow all the typical steps that you would follow, you know, in a webinar, but you would create your content backwards that leads to the next desired step, which is, if you like this content, then you're really going to love this, which is your offer. And the same thing applies when you're writing your blog post, right? So in this example, my goal is to generate a lead here. And so I'm really kind of comparing and contrasting what the goal is, which in this case is the high achievers cheat sheet, and this is what high achievers do. So I wrote backwards because I wanted to lead them down to this point to really just say, hey, don't do this, right? All the stuff that I created, right? Things that keep you permanently broke. But if you don't want to be permanently broke, then you do that, right? So this is performing well, and I'll come back to this in a moment. So this being said, I've already had 22 shares, you know, and 52 likes. And I guess, yeah, ad has been approved for something else. And I'm starting to get some comments. Like, this is, you know, not even, I don't think it's 12 hours that I've, you know, 24 hours that I've released this post. But why is this performing well? It wasn't because, you know, part of it was because the content is good, but nobody reads the content all the way through unless it's enticing enough to stop them. And usually your headline is what has that stopping power. So this is really what I attribute to it, but I didn't just pull this out the ethers. So what I did before I started writing this is I went to good old BuzzSumo. If you haven't heard of BuzzSumo, then it's a great way to find headlines and ideas for the content that you were thinking about creating. So my topic here was personal development. It was, you know, making sure that you don't have broke habits. So like I just typed in the word broke, and that's kind of where I started at. And if you see here, one thing that you can look at is, and you can even, you know, populate this here, you can find headlines. So like, stepdad stops paying for his daughter's wedding at the last minute. His reason broke my heart. Right? So like, then you have this one: 82-year-old woman kills two teens who broke into her home. This is more of a, kind of a news story, but you'll also find good things that are more like articles that you could maybe just really utilize and take note that, hey, this could be something that would work well, right? So here's what probably be good: 7 types of broke you need to be before you can appreciate being happy. So if you're talking about broke and being happy, this would be a good headline to kind of swipe, because when you look at it, this is the kind of shares that it's got. So 143,000, almost 144,000 shares on Facebook. So if you're writing content about being broke and happy, this would be a good headline, because the data shows that, hey, this is getting the results here, right? So you can use this service for free, but it's just a quick tip on how you can start producing really good headlines that are proven, right? And because I did that, I don't know how I found it. I think I typed in broke and personal development, but that's where I got the ideas from. And then, the result is that, hey, this thing is performing well out the gate because the data shows it. So utilize that in your business. Write backwards. Create your content in reverse, if you will. And utilize, BuzzSumo to let the data drive how you get more engagement. Hope that helps. See you.